Benjamin tried to poison my lasagna.
That's how you're going to try and diss someone in a wheelchair? By saying that the wind blew them over? That's your slight jab at me, buddy? Nice try. Must be nice to try and make, jokes like that.
Found out about Owen Benjamin and the Unbearables. I can't remember exactly who told me about them. It might have been one of them who had reached out to me, actually. Long story short, in like March of 2018, I was looking to, of course, continue building the show, and I was looking for a group of networkers, kind of like-minded creative conservatives, and I was told about the Unbearables. I found out about Owen through the JRE podcast. To be honest, I wasn't really a big fan of him comedically. Like, I thought he was okay, but he wasn't, great. But I kind of liked what he was doing with the whole, anti-trans kids thing. That really spoke out to me. And in the beginning, the Unbearables seemed to be a great network. People who were doing creative stuff like art and design and podcasting and video production, parody, songs, musicianship, in the case of Chuck Forrest, and just late night streams, which was how I met the original DZ guys. Of course, John Neary was my first interview for the brief period of time I was with the Bears. But here's the thing, Owen's not even a conservative. He's a fucking leftist, posing. He's a wolf in sheep's clothing. How dare you! Owen is doing the shit that mass shooters do before they go out and do a school shooting. Here's my manifesto. We need to get rid of the weak people, and I'm not saying he's going to be the one to do this.
An Australian man murdered his wife with a pair of scissors, stabbed her in the chest.
This is a warning to the general public about Owen Benjamin. We warned you.
How dare you!
Must be nice.
According to him, the goat urinated on him first, in front of Amy.
all this gay talk is pissing off my German Shepherd.
Well, good evening, everyone, and welcome to tonight's edition of the Whitfield Report. I am your host, Sam Whitfield, broadcasting live here from NGC Studios, and I apologize for the late start. As usual, OBS decided to do an update right before the show, and it took a bit longer than I thought, but we are here, and we are proud to be here. So for tonight's show, this show kind of started out as a political show, but it's kind of evolved into something else entirely. We like to mock things. We like to parody things here. And President Joe Biden, if you can call him the president, Dementia Joe, as I call him, who has no idea where he is half the time, did a press conference, an hour-long press conference, in which he apparently said nonsense and stuff like that. So I guess, this is the president of the United States. Now, I have not seen this whole thing yet, but we're gonna break down some of it and see what he has to say for himself. I think Apex should be in here. I just was chatting with him on Twitter. But we will go ahead and jump into Biden's speech. So let's go ahead and do that. And as usual, if you would like to super chat anything during the show, streamlabs.com/Whitfield report. Shout out to Larry Rapshaw. Shout out to Whiskey Runner 1. That's right. Shout out to Mirch's Stolen Show Me Gas Station Kitties. I can't tell if that's just one of Sawson's alts or if that's actually Show Me Kitties. At any rate, I appreciate that. Rooster Cogburn is here as well. Happy to have you along. I'm curious to know though, is it John Wayne's Rooster Cogburns or the Big Lebowski Rooster Cogburn? Not Jeff Daniels, but the other one I'm thinking of. I'm blanking. So I'll remember it like in 1 minute after I start the thing. But anyway, let's go ahead and just dive in and see what Sleepy Joe has to say for himself. So let's see. Okay, it finally showed the window. It wasn't letting me show the window when I was doing pre-stream things. Awesome. Alright, President Biden holds a news conference. Well, let's see how much of a news conference it actually is. Oh, hold on.
It's been a year of challenges, but it's also been a year of enormous progress. We went from 2 million people being vaccinated at the moment I was sworn in to 210 million Americans being fully vaccinated today. We created 6 million new jobs, more jobs in 1 year than any time before. Unemployment dropped, the unemployment rate dropped to 3.9%. Child poverty dropped by nearly 40%, the biggest drop ever in American history. New business applications grew by 30%, the biggest increase ever. And for the first time in a long time, this country's working people actually got a raise. People, the bottom 40%, saw their income go up, the most of all those that got a raise. We cut health insurance premiums for millions of American families, and we just made surprise medical bills illegal in this country. You know those bills you get that you don't expect of $2,000 to $5,000 from the hospital beyond what you thought you were going to have to owe because of the consultation you weren't told was going to cost that much?
But didn't Obama also make those bills illegal when he was president? I thought that was one of the major selling points of Obamacare. That allegedly got passed during the Obama era, sir, but it never went into effect, and it got reversed as part of Portland. So yeah, I'll believe that when I see it.
No more. They're now illegal. Thanks to the American Rescue Plan and other actions we've taken, we've seen record job creation, record economic growth in the past year. Now, thanks to the bipartisan infrastructure bill, we're about to make a record investment in rebuilding America to take us to be the #1 best infrastructure in the world. Well, now we're way below that. We'll be creating better jobs.
Yeah, we're way below that because
because of your policy and because you locked the entire country down for, uh, well, because the entire country got locked down for a year, and in some places they're still locked down under your presidency.
For millions of people, modernizing our roads, our bridges, our highways, our ports, our airports,
Roads,
everything
bridges,
from
and tunnels. Is there anything new?
making clean water, removing lead pipes to keep our students and educators safe and schools open, funding for ventilation systems in schools, social distancing, hygiene for classrooms and the school.
So, you mean to tell me that with all the budgets we put into schools and whatnot, and yes, I am jumping around here because Joe was going into roads, tunnels, and bridges. Not very interesting, folks. But you mean to tell me that, like, out of all the money that we dump into schools federally per year, that, like, ventilation and whatnot has, like, this is the first year that we're investing in that federally? If that's the case, wow. But I doubt that. The federal government is always talking about improving schools, and yet they never do. Never do.
Buses. In addition, we've added another $10 billion for COVID-19 tests to be able to be administered at schools. Many states and school districts have spent this money very well. Unfortunately, some haven't. I encourage the states and school districts that use the funding to protect our children and keep our schools open. Use it. The COVID-19 is not going to give up and accept things. It's just not going to go away immediately. But I'm not going to give up and accept things as they are now. Some people may call what's happening now the new normal. I call it a job not yet finished. It will get better. We're moving toward a time when COVID-19 won't disrupt our daily lives, where COVID-19 won't be a crisis, but something to protect against and a threat. Look, we're not there yet, but we will get there. Now, the second challenge we're facing are prices. COVID-19 has created a lot of economic complications, including rapid price increases across the world economy. People see it at the gas pumps, the grocery stores, and elsewhere. So, here's what we're going to do. A critical job in making sure that the elevated prices don't become entrenched rests with the Federal Reserve, which has a dual mandate: full employment and stable prices. The Federal Reserve provided extraordinary support during the crisis for the previous year and a half. Given the strength of our economy and the pace of recent price increases, it's appropriate, as the federal Chairman Powell, the Fed Chairman Powell, has indicated, to recalibrate the support that is now necessary. I respect the Fed's independence, and I've nominated 5 superb individuals to serve on the Federal Board of Governors, men and women.
What the hell is he talking about? Did he stutter Pell twice? It seemed like it, so. Apex apparently forgot it was Saturday.
From a variety of ideological perspectives. They're eminently qualified, historically diverse, and have earned bipartisan praise. And I call on the United States Senate to confirm them without any further delay. And here at the White House, and for my friends in Congress, the best thing to tackle high prices is a more productive economy.
Hey, Gamma, how you doing?
Oh, buddy, I was watching Eastbound and Down. I forgot it was Saturday.
Well, if you want to know the truth, I was watching Yellowstone, and
Gay.
shut up. Have you ever seen that program?
Hold on. Let me give you a little anecdotal evidence as to the faggotry that is Yellowstone. You know where I work. You personally know where I work, but I've said publicly
Yeah.
that it's like a rural retail-esque version of like a Walmart kind of thing, right? I have had several people ordering and coming to pick up Yellowstone exclusive shorts from my particular company, and they are the most retarded, degenerate, idiot, just stupid. And you know what? I shouldn't judge books by their cover, but they are ugly and fat and short, and like bad skin and shit. Uh, You shouldn't judge books by their covers, but I can certainly judge a program by its fans, and I have done
Well,
so with Yellowstone. And
well,
Sammy, look, hold on, time out. You're fucking crippled, bro. So that is just another negative in the Yellowstone. No, thank you, sir.
oh shit! Evil Eric is back.
Ooh, what's up, you
Um,
fucking homo? You sexy ass bitch.
I know he wants me to take my shirt off.
Oh no, not this early.
No, well, it's too cold here too. It's only let me see here. It is 54 degrees.
Oh, you fucking sissy. Oh well, no, it's humid. It is definitely humid down there by the coast. I know that.
Yes, and I haven't been in like cold weather for like 8 years.
What? That is not cold, dude. 55 degrees is
It's
not
cold.
cold.
It's cold for it. Okay, cold by Florida standards. I'll put that asterisk by that.
But dude, wait, hold on. Where the fuck is your section of Florida? I don't even know that. You're like the Tampa.
Yeah,
Where?
I'm in. Let's just say I'm in the Tampa. Let's just say I'm in the
Tampa region.
area.
Okay. That's kind of what I'm looking at. Now I'm zooming in right now. I got my weather app up, folks.
I can type in. I can text you where I'm at specifically. I just
want to know the humidity right now in your particular region.
I can tell. I can tell you where the I can't bring it up on.
Just tell me what it is.
The humidity is 84%.
Okay,
right
that's
now.
all right. 55 degrees at 84% humidity is bitch made shit, Sammy. Put on a fucking sweater, bro.
Well,
there.
I've got a I don't know if you can see me, but I've got my flannel that makes me look like a Kurt Cobain wannabe or some shit like that. Only I
cannot see you for some reason.
Well,
Anyway.
I'm not John Cena, bro. You should I'm sorry. That might be the most retarded reference I've made on the show. In the meantime, Joe here cannot speak because he's an old dementia-ridden faggot who, as Evil Eric points out in chat, he's not even at the White House when he's so.
Ooh, hold on, time out. Evil Eric just brings up a bolt to my memory. The sexy wheelchaired Hollister model back in the day, or like Abercrombie and Fitch, like out in front of the store, they'd have like a mannequin, or they wouldn't.
Yeah,
if it was a heavily crippled area, like perhaps in Florida, or maybe Alabama or something. I don't know. Could you imagine, Sam? Your life would have been so much if you were born 5 years earlier, 10 years earlier, let's say. You'd have been a fucking. I'm sorry.
Well,
we're watching something. Can you share it on the thing so I know what's going on? And because I can't do the phone and.
Oh yeah, I really should probably switch it over to the call.
Oh
I
damn.
yeah, you should probably switch to viewfinder to
This is
the
you
call
know what?
line.
I'm not gonna lie. I don't know if I've said publicly, but I deleted Discord from my phone some time back because it was just too much. It was Twitter's too much too, but Discord especially. So I'm really on Discord when I do the show anymore, or sometimes randomly in between, and it is really fun. Open it up like on average once a week. I pop in here and I'm like, oh, I got some DMs. People are mad at me about something. Uh, okay, well, that's fine. But then I'm in like I don't even know how many servers here. There's just lots of stuff going on. It's like it's a little present, I guess you could call it.
Um,
Sorry.
no, no, you're right. The one that I never check is well, you don't have an Instagram.
Well, I
Uh,
do, but I've never been back since I started it.
and well, okay. So I check the Instagram feed, but I never check my Instagram DMs, and it's a good thing I don't because excuse me, folks.
What the hell was that, bub?
I just sneezed live on air,
Oh,
and the
okay.
audience unfortunately saw it, and I'm sure that they got some great meme.
Well, I see the hot artist Bruce City's in the chat, so you for sure got.
Well, we'll see though. Unlike some uh short fat unfunny streamers, I can actually laugh at myself.
Well, to be fair, I help you. You know, good naturedly, because I love you.
Yeah.
I've tried for a couple of years now to slowly ease you into just how funny the internet really is, and I think you got a little taste of it last night.
Oh yeah, for sure. Well, but also, I told you that I told you that that fat weirdo challenged me to some bizarre like supermarket whatever.
I think that was on the stream that I was apparently a
Drunk.
bad boy. I was a
Yeah,
bad boy. Yes,
yeah,
I was very drunk. Yeah, said some bad things about certain redditors that have unibrows and are stinky Iranian females or something like that. Poor disgusting woman she is. Or I don't remember, something like that. But anyway, yeah, your supermarket something or other. And now look,
whatever that old ass show is. I can't even remember what it's called.
Grocery Games or something. No,
Supermarket.
Supermarket Showdown.
Oh
Or
yeah,
some shit like that.
Yeah, Supermarket Showdown. Something weird. Something weird like that. And by the way, if I were to go on a game show, I feel like The Price is Right would be like my speed.
Well, I mean the wheel blades, bro.
Well, yeah, I don't even know like why I would go on a game show. I just Supermarket Showdown, come on.
Hold on, bro. We could do like we could put some nowadays, dude, the cosmetic makeup, we could probably pin your eyes back just enough, make you look actually retarded. We'll coach you. We'll go through some speech pattern shit. Some we'll just you've already got the wheelchair. You're already literally crippled. So
Dude.
if we make them think you like we'll have to do some research, okay? And figure out, what kind of tism or burger or something that you have, and just say that, and you play that up, and then it's some sort of race for retards. That's a thing, right? That's like some sort of show on MTV, isn't it?
Well, it's funny that you mentioned that because they do actually have like actual like wheelchair races like in
Oh,
Europe.
supermarket sweep.
Yeah, supermarket sweet. Thank you, Eric. That was yeah. Um, yes.
Actually, Bruce City said it first, but
Well, credit to credit to Boob City then.
mm-hmm.
Uh,
Boob City.
Boob City.
You know what? Instead of the gun sound, it should be a sound of a beer opening. For Brew City, you know.
Well, I mean, I've cracked beers. I'm surprised no one has footage of me opening beers on stream because I know I've done it on camera before. Plenty of.
Oh, I've seen you pick your nose on camera. I don't remember which stream it was. I think it was a long ass time ago, but I've definitely seen you do that.
uh. Okay. Well, that's probably not even the worst thing I've done on stream off camera.
Off camera. Well, I mean, no, we're talking about on camera because like you. We're not talking about this right now. Weren't you in the middle of watching something? I'm sorry.
I was in the middle of trying to get the on air thing to come on, but as usual, OBS is being. And by the way, the Thursday drunk stream, you wanted to you wanted to do a stream on your own channel, but you couldn't, so you asked me to.
That's right.
Because you couldn't figure OBS out. And do you even remember that, or were you that like were you blackout drunk?
No. I absolutely remember that. It's just like I mean, I drink regularly, but I don't usually get that drunk. And I know that will sound contradictory if you've listened to this show consistently for the last couple of years, because for the last couple of years has been the only real time that I've actually been drinking, and Saturdays would be the time that I would specifically do so, or, you know, almost at least exclusively for a while. It was when I would do my real drinking. I would drink 2 beers after work, 3 days a week or 4 days a week. But I had kids and all the other shit. But Saturday nights was like my I'm gonna get fucking drunk and talk shit on the internet, time. So there's evidence of me chucking my phone around, being real racist and talking about the Alamo, and with a proud Mexican on stream. There's all sorts of nonsense. But yes, I for sure remember starting my stream and then clicking through like stream. I do not remember Streamlabs updating. I started clicking through to try and change inputs and stuff, and it's all very different. And literally the way things are titled is different from what I remember. Maybe it's been that long. Maybe I was that drunk. Probably both. But yeah, I was overwhelmed, and instead of just kind of flinging, you were there with me already, so I'm like, well, shit, nigga, why don't we just do this? The whole reason I do any of this stuff anyway is to get, attention for my good friend Sammy here. So what the fuck I don't have anything special to say. Like, if you're going to be there anyway, let's do it on your channel. And you do a great job. Always. Almost. Usually. Most of the time. Anyway. I think you're muted, Sam. Yeah, you're
Oh
muted.
yeah. Sorry, I hit the big red button on my mic and boop.
Hit the N-word button.
Yeah, only it stayed on. And
Boo! Go ahead.
yeah, I was gonna say, well, thank you for saying that I do a good job. The only thing it is, and I will admit, is I almost called whiskey Apex, and
Ooh.
I
Yeah, they came on right.
I,
Yeah,
I,
Mr. and Mrs. Whiskey came on.
I was gonna say that Whiskey always gives me crap for being late. And I might try regular OBS Whiskey. I might have to because I use Streamlabs OBS, and it is, as you put it on your show, Streamlabs OBS is kind of retarded a little bit. But
Yeah.
I don't know.
It would be nice to just learn straight up Streamlabs, like the Streamlabs, the one with like the ninja star. I don't know the difference, but
I've tried that one, and if you think my fan is bad now, holy shit, the regular OBS makes
it's complicated.
it makes my computer go brrr or whatever the kids say.
Mhm. I think that was like 10 years ago or something. That 70s show. Burn.
Yeah.
That's, I think, that was popular.
Gapex Amma. Well, we
Apex ammo.
we all listen, bro. You did hit on. You did say I was cute too.
Oh, come on, Sammy. I say that off air too. You're a handsome young man, and you deserve to have your ego boosted. Look, I get enough in my own life. I don't need to pretend to be straight on the internet. Or wait. Yeah, I don't need to act straight on the internet. I'll just pretend to be straight and act gay. There we go.
I think you just aroused Evil Eric. I think
Oh, I hope so.
I think you
know what, Sammy? Do me and Eric a favor and just unbutton that top button.
For
just the top button. There, we'll move real slow. We got a long way to go here.
Forget Alan Powell. Forget Alan Powell coming to your house, Apex. Evil Eric is coming to your is coming to your house in a thong. Probably.
He has, I'm pretty sure, if I remember correctly, he has some sort of Latin American neighborhood friends who have lots of assault rifles. I could be making that up, but that could be a thing I remember too. So just be careful.
Evil Eric is listen. Evil Eric has a beard that is like Eric is
hold the phone. I don't know about his fucking beard, but he has calves that will break the foundation of your home, like some sort of Marvel. I don't know. Like it's for as light of skin as is attached to those fucking calves. It doesn't make sense, and it's not fair for most any other people with legs. Now, Sammy, you especially get to just fucking point and laugh. I think that's why you and Eric are so close for all this time. That's your secret bond, and you may not even know it. He has so much leg power. He has to fucking love you. That's why he's got a boner for you.
Yeah, well,
but yeah, no, hey, calves like a something with muscular calves. That's what it is.
Whiskey says in chat, I don't need to pretend to be straight on the internet. Apex Gamer 2022. Oh, we're
hell yeah, dude. That's a good one.
Well,
legs are gay as fuck.
Anyway. Well, see, at least you're honest about it. At least you're not like. at least you're not like someone we know who goes, I'm not the gay one. You're the gay one.
I'm not the gay one. You're the fucking gay one. No, what's funny is this is all preemptive to the porcelain documentary. Listen to me. Documentarily is what I just said. Porcelain documentary. In 2 years. Well, maybe not porcelain. I shouldn't aim so high, but maybe you go on to do something great. It'll be a porcelain documentary about Sam Whitfield. And as one of his little porcelain side notes, because look, I've been here for years now, fool. There will be talk about me banging my Mexican on stream and like posting pictures of her at shitty Mexican restaurants, and
I've
it's going to turn out to be a Polynesian ladyboy or something. It's going to be like a Turk February documentary. You know, where like because I've never posted her face. Because God forbid.
Listen, there was no audio on stream, but I remember one time she was over on I remember she was over at your studio one time when I was on, and you went mute for a couple minutes, and I was like, is Apex even there? And all of a sudden I hear, yeah, I'll be
bro.
right there, Sam, and Johnny.
I cannot believe that neither one of us went back and found that, nor anybody else for that matter. I mean, I guess we get an average of like 4 people, which I'm grateful for them every time. But you know, they're just here to hang out. They're not trying to, you know, do any of that nonsense.
Yeah, well,
but
well, listen, we may get like 7 viewers, but keep in mind we're doing that organically without viewbots, unlike some people. So you know this shit is organic.
This shit is organic. This shit is organic. This shit is organic.
And yes, you know, I do agree. Porcelain should make Sam Whitfield for president videos.
Porcelain fucking rules. I'm not gonna say who I got the who cheated and DM'd me a link to the interview with Andy Worski, which was 3 something fucking hours long. But I listened to the whole thing today while I was doing a bunch of stuff around the house, mostly jerking off and, you know, kicking cats out around the house. But it was really good. It was a good conversation. I'm very excited for the Terrorsburg documentary. Go ahead.
So I think see, I'm telling you this again because I don't know if you remember this from Thursday, but I told you that I listened to first of all I subscribed to Porcelain's Patreon. Sorry.
Hell yeah. There's nothing wrong with that. There's literally nothing wrong with that.
Sorry.
I've talked to some good.
Sorry, Merch. I spite subscribed to Porcelain partially, and because I wanted to watch that interview. But
Dude, look, the whole idea. I'm sorry. Remember, bookmark that. But the whole idea of paying for content on the internet is paying for quality, for paying for something you enjoy. Not being bullied into it, not being shamed into it, not being, you know, Stockholm syndromed into it, or some weird fucking new age internet version of Stockholm syndrome, like the Mersh effect. That's what it is. It's they call it the Mersh effect, but it's the Mersh effect, the Ralph effect, the Mr. Medicare effect. It's literally all the way down the fucking line of everybody that's ever been popular and made money from people on the internet as from a fan base. I'm sorry, I told you to bookmark it.
No, you have a good point. Anyway, I listened to the Andy Worski interview, and basically all I remember about Worski is aim. And I remember when the aim thing happened. Like everyone else, I kind of tweeted like, what an what an idiot. Or I can't remember what I tweeted back then. But like, I listened to the interview, and my immediate thought was, wow, Andy came off as kind of like a gentleman in the Porcelain interview, and I tweeted that. Wasn't expecting a reply, and he liked it and followed me. So that was kind of a surprise.
Wait, who did that?
Worski.
Oh yeah. Did we did talk about that, right? On the on my show? Or my quote unquote my show?
Yeah, I think we did. We did.
Right, because I seem to recall saying that was awesome, and I was very happy to see and hear that.
And I
Because
and
Worski's the retarded phoenix, man. Like, he has done and said a lot of incredibly stupid shit. But like, all things considered, he is up there as far as the most respectable of these fucking the whole IBS crew, everybody involved, orbiters that got pulled in, momentary co-hosts on the kill stream like fucking Bibble and Randbot and all these other, just there's so much to it. But
well,
yeah,
listen,
Worski, the retarded phoenix,
Wait.
rises again.
which he owns that title too. Someone mentioned it. I think he mentioned it on the Culture Casino stream. Not the Culture Casino. That's a different stream. The Kino Casino stream last night. But at the same time, Andy, don't be so hard on yourself, because we literally have not only I wouldn't even say that Joe is a retarded phoenix. He's just
No, he's just retarded. He's a meat puppet. He's literally a meat puppet.
and
But
when
yeah, I promise I won't. I promise I won't interrupt if you want to do this political show that you're supposed to be doing on Saturday.
I mean, it's Joe, so I mean, people ask me to cover it, and I guess I will a little bit, but so far Joe is just talking out like he's talking out COVID shit.
Hold on, hover over the video again.
Uh,
How far into it are you?
I
You're
am.
not very far.
We're not gonna go through the whole thing. I'm gonna skip around this. I'm at 7:44, and
Okay, so this was like a 45-minute fucking video.
it's like an hour and 52 minutes. It goes up.
Holy shit! Yeah, no, we're not okay. But yeah, just gonna scrub through it.
with
Let's
greater capacity to deliver goods
see
and
what's up with
services to
that.
the American people, and a growing economy where folks have more choices,
I can't.
more
even.
small businesses to compete.
Yeah. I don't know what is up with the latest.
It sucks, dude.
OBS
Streamlabs.
Yeah. They used
Yeah.
to allow you to pass through audio on the share screen thing, and now they don't for whatever reason.
Wait, what? Yo Ames says subscriber mode only is on. Do you have subscriber mode only on?
Yes, I do.
You fucking coward, you. How could you, Sam? How could you dishonor me like this?
Listen, I'm not. Listen, it's not a matter of cowardice. I need those subscriber numbers, and
I'm down with that. Look, yeah, I'm down with that. Subscribe, you fucking leeches. You want to mock my crippled friend? You want to listen to all the stupid shit that my retarded ass has to say? Or you want to comment about it and hopefully get my attention so then I can comment on it? One of us.
You want to post on 5 different alt accounts? Go ahead, but they better all be subscribed.
That's right. You unibrowed Iranian bitch. Did I do it
Let's
already? I can't remember. It's just, just a guess. Maybe Puerto Rican. Puerto
War,
Rican, perhaps a
John,
unibrow too.
John Arcade says Worski has been humbled, makes him likable. Yeah, it's funny you say that, Johnny, because we may or may not have a certain guest coming on. Details pending.
Yeah, we have no plans for any sort of guest that I'm aware of. But Andy Worski he understands that's one of the things that I really gathered from that long motherfucking listen during that porcelain conversation. He did a great deal of trying to like the comedic, like, oh yeah, this is what was happening at that time, like I can't, for some reason I can't pull up an example. Even he literally does it at every question. It's like Porson is like, yeah, mate, well, so Ethan Ralph was eating a cheeseburger out of a garbage can, right? And oh, now these are not disclose. This is not actual questions asked on the interview. But yeah, Ethan Ralph, he's eating cheeseburgers out of a garbage can, right? What do you think led a person to eat cheeseburgers out of a garbage can? And then Andy would be like, oh, dude, fucking, could you just imagine, like, the guys in the store? They were like, fucking, this guy, did you see that fat fucking guy just walk out of the store and pull a cup full of cheeseburger out of the garbage can, Like, dude, you know what I'm saying? And then they would laugh about it. And then he'd be like, yeah, just like one of those guys, like one of the guys just fucking stocking cigarettes or something, being like, fucking, dude, that behemothly fat short guy just walked out. I'm pretty sure he just pulled a fucking cheeseburger out of that garbage can. I think he ate it. Like that's just what was happening right then. No, but seriously, guys, I'm pretty sure Ethan ate that cheeseburger out of the garbage can. Like that. That's like the summation of the 3-hour interview. Broke it down into like 19 questions or something.
First off, I love how your impression of porcelain is like
Is an Australian.
It's like Southie London porcelain, because porcelain is like very posh.
He's posh. Yeah, he's very posh, yeah.
But you're doing discount porcelain where it's like where it's like so anyway, me and a couple mates, we went down to the pub, right?
Oi, mate, so me and a couple other bros, we went down to the pub and we was like, you fucking homo. Yeah, no, he's very posh, and I wish I could do that kind of British accent, but...
You fucking wanker, you!
You fucking wanker. I'll fucking drink you and your stupid hog under the table. Not your bitch, I'll fuck her. I'm talking about that stupid slag you got waiting in the... Oh, that's your daughter? I'll fucking drink her under the table too, or something. Some sort of.
I would love if we could get Porson onto the program somehow.
Oh God, no! That would be terrible, dude. I'm really bad with that sort of thing. Unless you did some sort of planning, which you're terrible at.
Yeah, admittedly, I am bad at that. which is why we need someone like we need like an actual producer or something.
Yeah, an actual producer, that would be nice. Well, niggas got to start paying you money first. You know what I'm saying?
Anyway, so Biden rambles on like COVID shit. Let's just, for the heck of it, let's just zoom into 15 minutes into it. See what.
God damn. He looks like a fish. Like a dead-eyed thing, dude. Like some sort of newly discovered fish, clearly. But go ahead, play, sorry.
He looks like he looks like a deer in the headlights.
Republican colleagues, but right now your top two legislative priorities, your social spending package.
Oh shit! People are actually asking him questions. Yeah.
I still can't hear it.
Shit. Let me. God damn. Yeah. This.
No,
update-
Sam. Go ahead and play this segment. I will be back at an
and voting rights
undisclosed amount of
legislation
time.
are
My
stalled,
roommate just got
blocked
home
by
and I
your
can hear
own
him
party
yelling drunk
after
at
months of
his mother.
negotiation.
I'll be right back.
Okay.
You are only guaranteed control of Washington for one more year before the midterms. Do you need to be more realistic and scale down these priorities in order to get something passed?
No, I don't think so. When you say more realistic, I think it's extremely realistic to say to people, because let me back up. You all really know the politics of this country and your networks and others. You spend a lot of time, which I'm glad you do, polling this data, determining what the American people's attitudes are, et cetera. The American people overwhelmingly agree with me on prescription drugs. They overwhelmingly agree with me on the cost of education.
Who's participating in these media polls though? It's all boomers, which is why they're all for prescription drugs. No one under, I would say, 50 watches cable anymore, if that.
They overwhelmingly agree with me on early education. They overwhelmingly go on the list on child care. And so we just have to make the case of what we're for and what the other team's not for. Look, we knew all along that a lot of this was going to be an uphill fight. And one of the ways to do this is to make sure we make the contrast as clear as we can. And one of the things that I think is we're going to have to do is just make the case. I don't think there's anything unrealistic about what we're asking. I'm not asking for castles in the sky. I'm asking for practical things the American people have been asking for a long time. And I think we can get it done.
You're not going to scale down any of these priorities, but so far that strategy isn't working. You haven't been able to get some of these big legislative ticket items done.
I got two real big ones done, bigger than any president has ever gotten in the first year.
But currently, Mr. President, your spending package, voting rights legislation, they're not going anywhere. So
that's true.
Is there anything that you are confident you can get signed into law before the midterm elections?
Yes, I'm confident we can get pieces, big chunks of the Build Back Better law signed into law. And I'm confident that we can take the case to the American people that the people they should be voting for who are going to oversee whether the elections in fact are legit or not should not be those who are being put up by the Republicans to determine that they're going to be able to change the outcome of the election. So whether or not we can actually get election, and by the way, I haven't given up. We haven't finished the vote yet on what's going on voting rights and the John Lewis bill and others. But so, look, this is I've been engaged a long time in public policy,
COVID.
and I don't know many things that have been done in one fell swoop. And so I think the most important thing to do is try to inform, not educate, inform the public of what's at stake in stark terms, and let them make judgments and let them know who's for them and who's against them, who's there and who's not there, and make that the case. And that's what I'm going to be spending my time doing in this off-year election.
You mentioned Republicans and reaching out to them. Some Republicans who may be open to major changes on voting rights, for instance, like Mitt Romney, he says he never even received a phone call from this White House. Why not?
I like Mitt. Look, Mitt Romney's a straight guy. One of the things that we're doing, I was trying to make sure we got everybody on the same page in my party on this score. And I didn't call many Republicans at all. The fact is that I do think that Mitt.
No, I'm pretty sure that Mitt Romney is actually a gay guy. Last I checked. he seems pretty gay. You know, that long underwear that the Mormons wear. Not really sure what's up with that. But also, yeah, Biden's forced smile here. Good God Almighty. Okay, let's see. I'm just jumping around this. I'm just jumping around this nigga. Let's see what's okay. This looks like a good freeze frame right here. So let's 33 minutes in.
And I think he'll regret having done it. Now, whether or not, I think that
Okay, hold
it's
on.
not like they have all these wonderful choices out there. I spoke with the Prime Minister of Finland, and you know, we're talking about concern on the part of Finland and Sweden about what Russia is doing. The last thing that Russia needs is Finland deciding to change its status. They didn't say they're going to do that, but they're talking about what, in fact, is going on and how outrageous Russia is being. We're finding ourselves in a position where I believe you'll see that there'll be severe economic consequences. For example, anything that involves dollar denominations, if they invade, they're going to pay. They're not going, their banks will not be able to deal in dollars. So there's a lot's going to happen. But here's the thing. My conversation with Putin, and we've been, how can we say it? We have no problem understanding one another. He has no problem understanding me, nor me him. And the direct conversations were, I pointed out, I said, you know, you've occupied
I find
before
it impossible
other
to
countries,
believe that anyone
but
take
the price has been extremely high. How long?
Mm.
You can go in and over time, at great loss and economic loss, go in and
You find it impossible to believe that anyone takes this geriatric seriously?
No, I said corpse. He's a literal. This is Weekend at fucking Bernie's in The Sims 4, inside of a simulation run by Elon Musk called the 42069 something.
The
Faggot op or something.
the 42069-666 Mark of the Beast op or whatever.
Sure.
Yeah, well, it's interesting because no one can tell me why they voted for Biden other than Trump bad.
Uh-huh. That's literally every response I've ever gotten from IRL people.
Yeah. I mean, the internet. You want to talk about people being broken by the internet? Normies got broke by the internet.
You know what? That's so fucked up because I find it so insane that, I mean, I was 16 years old before we had a PC in our house. And that was right before 9/11. You know?
Yeah.
So, actually, I'm pretty sure we got it for my birthday, which is in December, right before Christmas. So it literally works. Yeah. Okay. So right before the whole Y2K thing, we got our first personal computer, some fucking e-machine or something, you know.
Yeah.
But like the idea that the people that you like, you wanted to avoid people on the internet because they were fake, it was all scammers and blah 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 blah. And yes, obviously those people existed even back then. But what I was giggling to myself about just now is the idea that I, on my personal cell phone, get scam text messages, emails, phone calls every single day.
I just got a scam text message while I was watching this literally just now. I just looked down and I saw one of those scam text messages for like a free cam girl thing or something. One of those
Well, that's another thing I've not
things.
really reported. I've not really reported it on publicly, but my my Twitter follower count is up higher than it's ever been. It's like 420, 421 or something like that. But at least 15 or 20 of those, and I feel like it's been the last 15 or 20 that I've been notified about, are these bot thought accounts where it's like
Yeah,
one or two pictures of some bitch and, vague description, started a month ago. Like, you know what I mean? But
they
no, that's not, I'm not interacting with those people. It's actually kind of why I deleted Discord off of my phone. Tangentially, at least, because it's too much. It's too much for a person. Like, if you want to have real things in your life, you can't be intimate friends, hundreds of people, in relationships that are never going to be fruitful in any real meaningful way. Like, there's obvious monetary and emotional support that can be passed along, and there's more than just those two things, but primarily those two. You know, if you're really looking, emotional, I think is what most people are looking for. But if that's in first place, then the grifters, the monetary seekers, are real close behind.
yeah. Well,
But yeah, go ahead.
the one thing that always I don't know, kind of baffles me is like these people who uh like tune into a show and like for no other reason say that like a YouTube stream like changed their lives or something like that. And I've noticed that with
Those are fucking those are feds, man. It's all fucking ops. It's the other thing. It's like now it literally is. It's like you can't trust any fucking thing anybody says. In my in my in my weaker moments I do, and I genuinely do try to trust people, which is why this shit's so dangerous. I think most people do try to trust other people. When you hear another voice, when
yeah.
especially, it's like you're talking to another person. It's like, whatever those conversations may be, it's really easy. And I think the year specifically of 2020, wasn't
Oh
that when the
yeah.
pandemic dropped?
Oh yeah, specifically.
Bro, the number of like just I don't want to be explicit, but just the number of interactions that I've had unprovoked and unprompted that are like if they were in real life would be very traumatic. And I mean, I'm not saying one, I'm talking about a handful. Not the traumatic part, but like just the level of intimacy
Yeah.
that people were seeking a lot of attention. They needed there was a lot of sad and desperate people.
I I had a guy and the thing is I don't know if this was a troll or not. Uh Part of me thinks it was a troll, part of me thinks it could have been real, but it was bizarre. I hope Johnny is still here to hear this because he might laugh or he might I don't know what, but someone told me that they were listening to one of the old John Arcade's streams. It was one of the ones where we were all talking like it was one where we're talking like aliens and like do they exist or don't they exist? And I think you were on that one, Apex. And
Uh,
someone I mean we did a bunch of streams, but this guy specifically remembered this one. And he said that stream like kept them from killing themselves, to put it bluntly. And I was just like,
I don't see that's the thing. I don't believe that shit.
yeah, I don't.
I mean, I mean, if you're gonna come at me in a DM and be like, "Bro, you literally saved my life," equally, if you're gonna come at me in a DM and be like, "Bro, Your racist rant makes me think you're a bad person, especially in either cases. If you've known me for any amount of time, if you're going to jump to either of those conclusions, I'm sorry, but I'm going to take you less seriously from this point forward.
Mm,
But I'm not going to discount you. I'm just saying, like, that is stupid to jump to conclusions like that. And if you do, there's nothing wrong with that, I guess. But it doesn't, other than it being kind of dumb, and it's short-sighted, and it's not like a knock to say that people doing dumb things is dumb. Like, that helps other people not be dumb in the future. You know? That's part of what makes humans and our ability to communicate so special. And not just humans, it literally, in the entire animal kingdom, that's how
But
people and living things learn. But go
but
ahead.
like I don't know, like I don't know, like it would be it would it was kind of weird, right? Because okay, like let's take I don't know, a podcast you and I both like is Come Town. Now, you and I both like Come Town because it's funny, and granted, there are some days where like I'm having like a sad day, or like a down day, and I'll turn on you know an episode or whatever, or just one of the skits on YouTube, and I'll be able to laugh my ass off. At no point would I ever stop and think like to DM or tweet like Nick or Stav or anyone and be like, "Hey, your podcast this bit like made me laugh so hard. It saved
It,
my it saved my
go
life.
ahead, go ahead.
It saved my life. Like I would never do
It,
that."
it blows my mind. And it's, dude, that is a very good connection, actually, because Nick in particular talks about that in some of the earlier episodes, the first few hundred, I guess. At least I don't fucking know where in the timeline. Surely he does it multiple times, but Adam does too. But regardless, they always talk about it the same way, where it's like, dude, what the fuck? Like it's called Come Town, bro. Like we are literally here to just tell jokes and try to do bits as friends in a room with microphones, like just whatever makes us laugh. And you fucking retards keep paying for it. And then the people that are, I mean, clearly the Come Town thing makes sense for them to be like, what the fuck? But it does still translate to your situation, our situation, because now I would argue that I'm in a far less good place than the fellas on Come Town. Both of us are,
Yeah.
uh, financially and otherwise. But me specifically, uh, I would genuinely like to kill myself, and I've said that publicly for a long time, and Nick does that as a joke, maybe he means it for real, but I, also mean it as a joke. But I, just genuinely lack the courage to do so. Perhaps he does too. Maybe that's why I like him. Soulless comedy. No, I don't remember what the fuck my point was, dude. There's a lot of things going on in this house right now, and I'm
No,
trying
my,
to show.
no, my point was is like, good. Like if we make your day or something like that, that's one thing, but like that I can kind of accept and like, take for what it is, but like to say that like I to say that Apex or I like saved someone's life or something, yeah, that's a bit too much of a kiss ass thing. I'm sorry, but it is.
The only real experience that I personally have had with that is Shovel Point. You remember Shovel Point?
Oh yeah, I do.
Yeah, Shovel Point was a regular chatter in the Whitfield report and has not been around for some time, but was quite regular.
Yeah,
And good.
neither has El Caballo. Neither has El Caballo, and El Caballo used to be a regular as well.
Well, I gave I posted my phone number in chat of one of the streams we were doing a long fucking time ago, because Shovel Point was persistent about wanting to talk with me, and it it was the most hair raising like Fed post shit that I think I've ever experienced. I have not changed my phone number since then. But I also have not I don't know what the fuck it was. I'm sorry to call Shovel Point out here, but um what was my point? What was I doing? What was I doing just now? Why did I bring Shovel Point up?
Because we were talking,
Oh, the
Alex.
Fed posting. The Fed posting shit.
Yeah, and people like allegedly saying that we were saving their lives or some.
There it is. That's it. And this Shovel Point was an alleged disabled veteran who had a bunch of kids, a single dad.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah. And I'm not saying that God damn it. I really sincerely hope that I'm not doing any. It just, the whole thing was fucking weird. And I was just being me and like, wow, fuck, you want to chat? Let's chat. And then it got weird and I didn't know how to fucking it just stopped. But anyway, that was the first time that I was like, maybe I'm just being a little bit too playful here on the internet, you know?
Yeah.
And subsequently, I have had some salacious interactions on the internet, Sammy. I promise you that. Again, if there is some sort of, if God willing, if your show blows up and you get really rich, and we become like this, you become like a new Opie and Anthony sort of thing, and you make a shitload of money with some controversy, I will be the linchpin. I will be the worst part of all of your backstory. I promise that.
That's a pretty. That's pretty. It'll be interesting to see how that develops because right now I would say that Owen is kind of that linchpin, but
No. I've been here with you for 2 years. We're friends, man.
oh yeah, I'm not.
If the Reddit nerds fucking discover and they really, let's be honest, the Reddit nerds that I have confided in, there's a lot of them and very liberal over the last, because I have not been immune to this whole COVID blues thing. Also, I'm retarded and I'm lonely and I'm kind of fucking handsome. You know, I got a tiny little wiener, so I try to avoid showing that. But other than that, bitches like when I talk. Also gay dudes sometimes.
Eric.
So right, Eric. And you, Sam. But, no.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
You and Mr. Whiskey. I joke.
Oh yeah. Me and Whiskey would absolutely rule the fucking internet if we could figure something the fuck out.
I often joke with Mrs. Whiskey. I'm like, nope. I'm still in Mr. I'm like, nope. He thought I was trying to steal you, but surprise, I'm trying to steal him.
Yeah.
So I know he's still here watching too. He hasn't said anything in a while, but trust me, I know he's here. Or that he's still that he still is.
Promising what, bitch? What can't I deliver? The fuck you talking about? Whiskey's calling me out in chat. Stop promising things, Apex. Comma, you capital you can't deliver. Capital Y you can't deliver. So.
I'm reading that in his voice too. I can't do it.
Stop promising things, Apex, you can't deliver. We would rule. He's like Alex Jones, but taller
He's
and skinnier.
like
Probably.
He's
Well,
like
most
Alex.
likely.
He's like Alex Jones, but more handsome.
Listen here, folks. We're gonna fucking rule the goddamn internet.
The three horsemen of the internet apocalypse, except it's whiskey, a guy wearing a predator mask, which would be you, and a guy.
Oh, come on. I'll do that shit IRL. I'm not scared. I'm pretty
no,
cute.
No, that's what I'm saying. Though you would wear the predator mask IRL.
Okay, go ahead.
And yeah, that's what would make it even funnier.
Oh, right. So there'd be three handsome motherfuckers and one like just gangly idiot with a fucking predator mask on. Like, oh shit, that's the fucking decrepit retard. And then I'd take the mask off and do like a fucking 80s style shake my head because I got long hair now again.
Yeah.
All slow-mo. It's like, oh, he's also handsome.
You goddamn faggots could never get my voice right. Never.
Nah, well, that's because I don't have enough jizz in the back of my throat, my friend.
It's not about the jizz. It's just about having a giant nutsack. That's where you reach down and grab this voice from. Right from your fucking balls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, look, we contrast well. It's been said before. It can be said again. It's a yin and a yang, my friend. It might be like a, like a.
It could be like a Chris and a cross.
Well, yeah.
Because it makes you jump.
Makes the bitches jump. That's right. And you know what? The dudes too, especially the gay dudes.
That's right.
No, but yeah. I don't remember the point. I'm out of vape juice, guys, so I have not had any nicotine in like 6.5 hours. I've done 45 push-ups in the last hour and a half.
6 hours sober. Round of applause.
No, sir. Because I drank a bunch of. I'm drinking the last little drops of my Mickey's, 24-ounce here, malt liquor.
Oh.
Don't you live in like fucking Tobacco Central? Can't you just go to any fucking barn right next to your house and find some fucking tobacco leaves and roll that shit up?
You know, if I lived a few hours south, yes, but no,
okay.
I live in literal corn country. Corn and soybean.
No, and
soybeans. Yeah.
I'm in a very similar area, but we have a lot of tobacco here too.
No, I've never seen tobacco plants in the 10 years I've lived in Indiana.
Oh, you'd know tobacco barns are a little bit different.
Well,
generally built for ventilation, so like the front and the back are open, like totally.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you know what? I wouldn't be surprised.
And if they're really, really old, they were painted on the side that says tobacco in huge fucking letters.
I say as if I know anything about tobacco, but the truth is I only know about like beer and shit.
Oh, bro, when my favorite cigarette used to be Parliament Menthol Lights. They called them P-Funks back in the day. And they had this recessed filter on them. So the filter was pushed in like a half an inch. It was like a quarter or half an inch. So basically, it was like a cigarette that shotgunned every time you hit it. But what people used to do is at parties they would fucking bump cocaine out of that little thing. So you just take the fucking. Oh
my god!
You just take the back of the cigarette and fucking dip, and boom! It's a perfect bump.
Oh my god! I've never heard that in my life. And I've done both a lot of cocaine and smoked a lot of recessed filter Parliament cigarettes. How the fuck have I never heard that? Holy shit.
I
Oh, that's incredible. That's incredible, Whiskey. Thank you.
and
Mm.
Brew
Thank you.
and Brew
Literally.
My pleasure.
and Brew has it. And Brew has another sound clip. I feel like that's the most excited that Apex has ever gotten on the show.
No, hold on. No, because the way my fucking redneck, stupid, idiot friends and I did it was the part at the other end of the cigarette. Because most cigarettes, you pack them in the pack, and then you create an indentation in the tobacco at the end of the cigarette, opposite of the filter. Right, Sammy? You understand?
Yep.
That makes sense. So, like where you light it, you get more empty paper. The tobacco, the more you pack it, right? So you
Yeah,
pack
yeah.
it
You
a little
pack these
extra more.
fuckers hard. We always pack their cigarettes hard.
You pack that shit a little more, and then you put some fucking cocaine up in that motherfucker, and you hold it up and you suck it up into the tobacco, and then you're smoking a cocaine cigarette, which you're not just sucking it through the filter. You're literally you're smoking the cocaine too. That's the way we did it, friends. That's sounds. I hope that sounded better out loud than it did in my head.
I prefer
Anyway.
I prefer my cocaine the old way, off the ass of a stripper.
Hold on. How do you and Mrs. Whiskey both know that? You know what? I know. It's a northern fag thing, probably.
I didn't
north of the Mason-Dixon.
I didn't know.
Well, Miss Whiskey's an Eastern fag, so
She's still north, though. She's still north of Texas. And
oh yes, yeah. Yes.
Also, apparently, Miss Whiskey is cold-hearted. But you know that's why we love her.
Who said that?
Who said that?
I'll
Literally,
kill him.
beat
I'll
the
kill
fucking
him.
I will. I will be an accessory to that murder. Oh shit! I have a tempered glass. I have a tempered glass.
I don't need to kill anybody for Miss Whiskey. She's probably more dangerous than I am, to be completely honest with you.
Hold on, man. Look, we were doing a bit. All right, don't
Yeah.
just bail. Look, I'm the one that bails on the bits that quick.
All right.
We can't be that much alike. One of us has got to commit. All right.
Miss Whiskey would probably cut people's throats just for looking at them just for looking at her the wrong way.
Yeah, she's done it for less.
I mean, sometimes I always tell her, I'm like, don't beat Whiskey to death. He's a gentle giant.
Well, she's also. Rumor has it she's a soulless goddamn ginger too. I don't know, and you know what? We don't need to confirm or deny that here.
Well,
but shush.
But
that's just what I've heard on the. That's what I've heard on the streets.
You know
Oh,
how
she's much more black than she is ginger.
you know
I'm more black than I am white too.
You know how
Nobody can call me a racist anymore because I'm fucking a black chick. Like they can all suck my dick.
Yeah, and I may or may not be dating a Cuban now.
Yeah, and Sammy may or may not be riding around on a 4,000-year-old, wheelchair.
Death chair.
Death/rape chair. It's mostly a rape chair. In these 20s, look, it cycles. In the next round of 20s, that chair, whoever's riding on it, will be a hero. That's probably the next Caesar, to be honest with you, where the civilization is about to collapse. Sammy and his flesh body, unfortunately, will die, but that chair and all of its inheritance will go forth to the next.
I won't be the hero, but my offspring will.
That's right. See, you will be part of the hero, though. You know what I mean? You'll be part of the hero's legend.
So
there will be a new Homer,
mm-hmm.
Except it will be homo. Probably some fucking faggot, probably Jesse or something, who's secretly a faggot. He's been documenting all this shit all this time. Some really detail-oriented queer that's paying attention to all of everything. You know, like the record keeper or something. I don't know.
Well,
Is this a political show still, Sam? What are we doing? It's been 2 years since I've been. I fucking hate politics, man. I
no,
see Joe Biden's face on the screen. He looks like he's trying to whistle.
I mean, it is still technically, but in a weird way, this completely fits Biden because, like, I just like to ignore the mofo because he's so annoying.
Hey, Okie Dean says West Coast didn't hear anything. Did we not represent the West Coast?
Well, see, the thing about North and South is they go both East and West. You know, North and South are those are, I think those kind of matter most, right?
I'm from Colorado,
especially in.
All right, Okie Dean. Here's a little tribute to the West Coast.
California knows how to party. Yeah.
Some brothers put some, so I said these girls me. I'm
this and this stream is about ready to get copyrighted.
No, there's no way they're gonna catch on that.
No, that's through a mic. Good luck.
Yeah, through a phone speaker and then a mic. Oh shit, son. Take it back. Yeah, I was thinking California Knows How to Party by Tupac, but
well, Tupac is still alive.
He's in Portugal with all the Nazis.
Yeah, he's in Portugal.
So he's a white power advocate now.
Tupac was loved by white people.
Yeah, that's why he's a white power advocate in Portugal now. He's there with the Nazis, you know, the descendants of the Nazis.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
All of
the people.
Senor. That's right.
Da senor.
Da senor.
Da senor.
Hell yeah, dude. Are you guys? I'm sorry, guys. I'll be right.
Yeah. Honestly, I know that this is supposed to be a Biden watch stream, but honestly, the worst thing is, Biden is just so boring, except for the screenshots of his face. Other than that,
he's fucking retarded. It's not worth it, dude. It's not worth it.
I have the last time I watched a full Biden speech, I wanted to take the rape chariot and run it off a building, and I tried, but the jetpacks kicked in and saved me. So.
Yeah. Well, you know what? Honestly, and I'm just too much of a coward to do this because I'm just here as a supposedly to help you as your co-host. But what, especially now that you're introduced to the realm, is you should use your crippledom and your experience. Both, look, you've got the experience first and foremost. That's what's important above all. But you've got the fucking uppercut by being a handsome, crippled son of a bitch, you know, that you could, shout out to Andy Worski, shout out to fucking anybody, Hog, T-Clips. There's a mountain of this.
Bro, that's what the problem. Shit. That's what I'm finding out the problem is, Apex, is I'm going through all this shit right now with Miss Whiskey, and there's so many fucking actors in this whole damn thing that it's like every 5 minutes I'm stopping to be like, oh my God, this is King of Pole. This guy is concerned about fucking pictures of other dudes' outlines and shit. Like, you got to go through all the fucking lore of all these just no-name motherfucking actors that were on the scene, on and off, and weaved
Little
in and out of
players,
here and shit. Like,
little players that actually they mean nothing in the grand scheme, but at certain points,
I mean,
they
dude,
matter to another person's
Unknown
part of
Archive
the
had such
downfall.
a monster piece in taking down fucking Tonka. You'll never hear the guy's name, but I mean, he fucked him up with that charity shit, and then he fucked him up with a whole bunch of other shit. So, I think some producing shit he was doing for him.
I love the fact that Vicious Vickers, who, as far as I can tell, is a legit boomer, is like one of the...
God. Yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, he's fucking Faith's dad. Of course, he's a fucking boomer.
But the way he goes on like Twitter, you would think he's like a hard ass nigga.
Well,
I mean, man, I wasn't ready for that.
Mr. Vickers is a real ass nigga. I mean,
yeah.
he takes care of his family. He owns his own business. They make money.
Yeah,
My favorite
I
is that
I agree.
he trains all of his children with firearms from a very early age, which is just that.
I mean, there's a lot of shit that he does that's pretty based.
Yeah.
I don't know much about him, but I know he got his daughter back, and
he went and not did he get his daughter back? He went and retrieved that bitch.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, he literally, physically went and got her back, and him, preemptively him, but
and he was down to whoop Ethan's ass,
and he got a straight up guilty conviction in a federal motherfucking court for a sex crime by Ethan Ralph. No contest, motherfucker. I did it. I give up. Plays hard to all these retards. That's the thing. That is a real problem with the internet. It's not the internet's problem, but it is a problem that the internet creates. It's an inherent laziness within people who just it's so easy to just chew it up. Whatever comes to you, especially if your friends like it. I mean, it's probably a well-documented phenomenon at this point. But, Did
you guys watch Kino Casino last night?
Oh yeah.
I did. I watched almost all of it. Yeah.
Yeah, Apex and I were actually DMing last night.
I was very proud of Sam for not only watching it but enjoying it.
No, I was into it. I will say this: there's something about Jim Metaker's laugh that is just infectious.
Oh well, I'll tell you what though. There's something about Kill All Pedos that is funnier than Jim has been in years. As Jim, like, Kill All Pedos is the new Jim. As Jim, it's so fucking wildly meta.
Jim will live on far longer than physical Jim will be here.
It's MC Jarbo, but the next level.
Yeah.
MC Jarbo does such good
MC Jarbo,
work,
but the thing is, MC Jarbo would be that good if he wasn't focused on multiple players at the same time.
Right. Well, no. It's I just used him as an example as like the style of thing where it's like it's the next level because Kill All Pedos is literally Jim. Like, and he does Jim's old shit. Like, he is Jim's personality with Jim's voice better than Jim does now because obviously Jim has grown. From peak Jim years ago, 5, 6, whatever years ago.
Yeah.
So it's
he's back to peak Jim, is what he is.
It's right. He's funnier than
it's
Jim
back
is
to the
now,
back to the
Jim
internet
still
insanity
lives.
days.
Yeah, he's funnier than Jim whilst Jim is still alive.
Rest in peace, King Terry.
It's incredible stuff.
So
Sammy, do you know who Terry A. Davis is?
It sounds like I know who the sports guy Terry A. Davis is, but I don't.
Oh, sweet Jesus!
All right, hang on, Sammy. I'm gonna send you.
You never heard of Temple OS?
I'm gonna send you a DM, Sammy.
Nope. What? Apex? What did I tell you? I am a fucking normie when it comes to the IBS.
Look, Terry Davis is
Terry A. Davis
of the internet.
is not blood sports.
No, he's a patron saint of the internet. Kind of like Chris Chan before he was accused of raping his dementia-ridden mother.
Did you see Apex Ralph's pinned tweet?
He blocked me a long time ago.
Sammy, I just DM'd you. We could probably watch this. This is only like 17 minutes, but it's fucking every minute of it's funny.
Yeah, let's go ahead. Let me pull up my
Right,
yeah.
well,
not like you're gonna get flagged because Mr. Medicare doesn't do gay shit like that.
All right, I gotta.
Enough of this grumpy oaf here. We have the let's see. Did you mention me or did you?
I sent it to you in DMs and Discord.
Oh, okay. Okay. Okay, let's see. Oh shit, this actually came up in my recommendations the other day. Yeah. Okay.
The CIA niggers glow in the dark. You can see them if
No
you're
sound,
driving.
Sammy.
You just run them over. That's what you do.
Okay.
Fucking CIA niggers.
You want me to play it? I could probably play it if you can share it.
Yeah, I can.
But I don't know if that will fuck up your sound or not, but we can see.
No, I don't think it will.
Okay.
Yeah, for some reason, ever since the OBS update happened, I can share video, but I can't share audio. So
All right, let me
Oh man. Okay, I'm queued up.
All right.
The CIA niggers glow in the dark. You can see them if you're driving. You just run them over. That's what you do.
Do we got sound?
Yep.
Excellent.
Fucking CIA niggers.
Were you trying to get crazy with this?
Fucking CIA niggers.
See? Don't you know I'm loco?
I'm not insane! This is not reality, not reality, not reality. This is reality.
Terry A. Davis is the creator of Temple OS. That's Temple Operating System, an operating system dedicated to the worship of the Lord.
This is Temple OS. It's a 64-bit PC operating system.
Oh, I've heard of Temple
OS. That's why it's called Temple OS. The main purpose is for doing offerings and of hymns and art and poems and stuff, and then getting a response from God in the Oracle.
In fact, it's not just dedicated to him. It was specified by him. That's right, Temple OS is the only operating system that God has ever helped develop. Remember the Holy Covenant? 640 by 480.
That's right.
640 by 480, 16 color is a covenant like circumcision.
And God,
like circumcision, baby.
Wow.
God is a real stickler. Davis even has a Q&A with the Lord on his website where he outlines exactly what he wants. Operating system? Was about to make line number column an editor. God nixed it. Was about to do different graphics mode when I found 800 by 600 missing. God said just one mode, 640 by 480. I was about to add child windows. God said God is not the author of such confusion. I asked for verification of 640 by 480 16 colors. God said it was because of his children and their offerings. I asked about sound. God said single voice. I asked for verification of not having different drivers. God confirmed this. Now, outside of the development aid from Yahweh himself, Davis spent a decade, an entire decade building this, all on his own, from scratch. Using Holy C, a variant of C, Davis programmed everything. And I do mean everything.
So he wrote his own programming language, which is called Holy C, and it's a variant of C++.
I made everything. I made a fucking editor. I made a compiler. I made a kernel. I made grep. I made merge check. I made convert to HTML. I made everything. I made a graphics library. I made a line draw. I did it all from scratch.
And with all that hard work and dedication, you can see that Davis was able to create something that can do some spectacular, divinely inspired things.
I like elephants, and God likes elephants.
Do you like elephants, Sammy?
There's a,
I mean, they're weird looking, but I guess.
How about an 8-bit elephant? This isn't even quite Nintendo quality, bro.
a realistic elephant.
That's a realistic elephant.
Super realistic.
That elephant is holy. Blessed be his name. Amen.
Amen.
So who is this man of mystery? Well, there was an actual write-up about him back in 2014 on Motherboard that outlines a bit of his history, but I think it's helpful. I think it's a good place to start before we really dive into this, to give you an idea of who he is and why he spent so much time working on this project, and what it is exactly that he ended up creating. Sometime during the mid-90s, Davis began to notice people were following him. He wasn't sure exactly why they were doing it, but it made him paranoid. So paranoid that he got into his car and just started driving. He didn't even know where he was going to go. Luckily, the voices on the radio told him. They said, Davis, you need to go south. You need to go to Texas. Upon arriving at his new
he went to go visit Apex.
destination, Davis took his car apart, searching for tracking devices which might be hidden on it, threw his keys into the desert, and began to walk away.
So he tore off all of his side panels on his car trying to find a GPS device, and then when he couldn't, he just launched his keys into the fucking desert and started walking.
Now, it just so happened a little while later, a police officer happened to be driving by and saw him, put him into a squad car, and was going to drive him into the city. Davis, however, had other things in mind when he jumped out of the moving squad car and broke his collarbone on the highway. Now finding himself in a hospital, Davis overheard the doctors talking about x-ray results, which he was convinced were actually referring to hidden alien artifacts in his chest. He decided the best course of action was to get the fuck out of there, running out of the hospital with a broken collarbone and trying to steal a truck that was idling nearby. This would inevitably lead to his incarceration, but Davis still wasn't done yet. There's a reason they call
This is amazing. So he's jumped out of a moving fucking cop car and broke his collarbone. They took him to the hospital where he was convinced because they took an x-ray of him that he had alien artifacts in his chest. So then they tried to break out of the hospital and steal a fucking truck that was running outside and ended up getting arrested.
That's weaponized schizoidism, if I've ever heard of a case.
Call him the MacGyver of the tech industry. Breaking his glasses on the floor, he took the frames and stuck them into an electrical outlet, hoping to free himself by switching a breaker. Didn't work out exactly as planned. Also, he was naked, because that's exactly how you want to greet the police when they come running into your cell, completely buck-ass naked. It was after this minor accident that Davis ended up moving back in with his parents and spent the next decade, the next 10 years, developing Temple OS because he wanted to speak to the Lord. Now, I want you to try to imagine something. Think of a Bill Gates, a Steve Jobs, a Richard Stallman, a Linus Torvald, a Steve Wozniak. I want you to envision them. Just one day, all of a sudden, stripping off all their clothes and jumping out a window, screaming about glow-in-the-dark CIA niggers and how they're coming to get them. How do you think people would react? What do you think the reaction to their legacies would be? Would people take pity on them? Would they separate the man from the accomplishment? Or would the sideshow overwhelm whatever legacy they had left behind? And I want you to imagine that same scenario, where those people, those pioneers in their industry, hadn't actually reached the fame or recognition they deserved. That is Terry A. Davis. A man who had a psychotic break, a talented man, but who encountered mental illness so severe that any legacy he has will be overshadowed by the sideshow that he has become. Because that is what
It's very sad because Terry was a very, very talented man.
we're looking at.
There was a guy who worked on the actual like Macintosh project who went schizoid too, and that's not.
Terry was a major developer for Ticketmaster.
Doesn't surprise me.
Yeah.
Show you the sideshow, and afterwards, I want you to see if you can separate that from Temple OS itself. The first thing you're going to notice right off the bat is Terry has no filter. Zero filter. It does not exist when it comes to Terry and what's on Terry's mind. It's like that South Park episode with Cartman where he fakes having Tourette's and then actually gets it later on. Just compare the two. The show.
My cousin and I touched Wiener. Winter is a cold time of year. I wet my behind.
Terry.
There was the case where my brother, Danny's like, got me high on gas. We sucked each other's dicks.
It's nearly identical. And it carries itself over into every single interaction that Terry A. Davis has on every single social media platform that he inhabits. It's even on his main website. The website that you go to download the operating system, if you look at the blog on the website, you're greeted with this. I live in a CIA prison. A nigger runs my prison. In prison, the nigger tries to torment me. We can take away his knives by confessing every day. In about 2000, I masturbated fantasizing about my niece, Lainey. She looks like Star Trek 7 of 9.
Damon's
In
gonna die.
1985,
Damon's gonna die on this
I
stream.
stuck my crotch on the hot tub drain because it kind of sucked. In 1985, I tried to get a dog to lick my dick. From 1998 to 2003, I fantasized about leading a Catholic army like Dune of Mexicans or Brazilians. Dumb because they're niggers. In 2003, I played tag with a black girl about 7 years old. She reached for my crotch. In high school, in the library, Carlos and I said juicy or toxic as a way of evaluating girls. In 1988, I cheated on my SAT by talking in the hall during the break. 2 problems. On 9/9/1999, I killed a CIA nigger on purpose with my car. In 1982, when I was 12, I babysat Kevin's kids. I changed a diaper because I thought that was being professional. In 1975, when I was about age 5, my brother Keith put my penis in a vacuum. In 1977, when I was about age 7, my brother Danny got me high on gas fumes, and we sucked each other's dicks. Dr. Tesselisk had an oddly round ass. Paul Keck at Zytec had an oddly round ass. Distracting? At around age 5, Jay Weinrich and I touched each other's assholes. At about age 5, Jay Weinrich and I touched dicks to each other's assholes. Just fantastic. Could you imagine going to the Windows store or to an Apple website and just in the About Me section or the FAQ section, just stumbling across something of that magnitude, just waiting for you before you download the official version of whatever you're getting? It gives some real insight into what you're dealing with and the language that gets used and the thought processes behind them. Now, I'm sure you've picked up on a few things. He loves the word nigger, and he hates the CIA. And he also really, really hates incompetent people when it comes to technology. If you don't know what you're doing, or if you ask him a dumb question, he's going to be very upfront with you about what a dumb nigger faggot you are.
Okay, listen, little faggot. Have you ever written a compiler? Have you ever written an interrupt routine? You little faggot. Have you ever written an interrupt routine, you little faggot? No, you haven't, because you're a faggot. Okay? Why don't you go write an interrupt routine, faggot?
Praise be.
Pascal, you're fucking in the ocean with some nigger in the deep ocean. You got no clue what's on the little faggot. Do you know how many people can boot it. It's because you're trying to use box, you retard nigger. You're trying to load the kernel by yourself. Do it like a white man. A white man uses an ISO file. This is the way a white operating system is installed. So if you're laughing because I got 2 gig for my code, you're a nigger. Address map. It doesn't use paging. For an average MIT nigger, they cannot understand. They have their minds.
An average MIT nigger.
A narrow blinder by the CIA.
Goddamn Central Intelligence Agency doesn't know when to back off, but Terry's onto him. He is not falling for their tricks. He has his eyes wide open. He knows what the score is.
Yeah, CIA. Definitely it's CIA. There's no question the CIA is involved here. And they're trying to get me to get back to work. They're trying to use her to get me to go back to work. And, I don't have this. My heart, but, it hurt when she's fucking that nigger. Now it's like, fuck, I can swap my girlfriend. Would be no fucking big deal.
And he knows how to deal with them. Like he said earlier, you hit those glow-in-the-dark motherfuckers in your car.
The CIA niggers glow in the dark. You can see them if you're driving. You just run them over.
And Terry's not afraid to say so publicly. He'll tell them right to their goddamn face. When I am king by divine right, I will hunt down every CIA nigger and execute him personally. I killed a CIA nigger by running him over on 9999. I was being followed by agents and freaked out. It's okay to run over space aliens. If you see a CIA nigger, run them over. They glow in the dark. Plan B? I'm not sucking CIA nigger cock, bitch. Fuck yourself. I have a space alien. Plan B? Fuck you. And why is Terry so adamant? Why does he hate the CIA in particular? Why not the FBI or the NSA or any other intelligence agency in the United States? What about the CIA particularly does he dislike? Homo is a choice. I was normal until the CIA started torturing me with pedophile bait. CIA is atheist retard niggers. Everything backfires. Pedophile bait. What does he mean by that? How was the CIA torturing him with pedophile bait? The CIA has the 7-year-old deep-throating a loaded 45 at the DMV next to me. Fucking with me. I'll teach you to pull the trigger. FBI put kid next to me at DMV to invoke a sex response. I said I would put a gun in his mouth. When FBI child sex agents got in my space, I wanted to stick a gun and kill one, shove a pencil in the eye of another, and toss into traffic. If your personal space is violated by someone's child, FBI agent, and they act horny, you might want to panic and wonder, have a child sex response. Clearly, the American government is using field agents, actually preteen children, to arouse him and turn him into a pedophile. Luckily, he knows to stick a gun in their mouth to make them go away. And it's not just the child agents of the government that Terry will stand up to in person. He'll stand up to those CIA niggers in public, too.
Hey, nigger.
Hey, nigger.
How you doing?
In fact, I think the only things that Terry hates more than child sex operatives in the government and those goddamn CIA niggers would be birds that don't know when to stop shitting. They have to be dealt with harshly in Terry's world.
I fucking killed the bird, didn't I?
Oh my god.
Piece of shit bird fucking smashed its head. Fucking here I am living in shit from the goddamn bird for how many years? Fucking little piece of shit bird doing its mating call, and I'm fucking annoyed as fuck. Little pussy bird fucking living with that thing shitting on me, making my room shit. Fucking took that thing, fucking smashed its head. Fucking no more bird holding me under. Liberated from the goddamn bird, you know?
Sad, I know.
No more bird holding me under. I'm liberated from the goddamn bird.
Oh, but occasionally to make an omelet, you've got to break some eggs, or in this case, kill the bird by throwing it against the wall. I can't say if this is an actual true story on Terry's part, because that's one of the problems you encounter when you're dealing with somebody who's completely insane. Are they telling the truth? And they don't have a filter when they're telling you things that no normal person would ever openly admit? Or are the voices in their head compelling them to say things that are just untrue to begin with? However, whether he's insane or not, there is one nugget of truth that he has seemingly clawed onto, which I think we can all agree with.
Bill Gates and the Illuminati got a herd of nigger cattle. Ooh, we got a herd of nigger cattle. We got a herd of nigger cattle. They got a big herd of nigger cattle. Yippee-ki-yay. We're nigger cattle herders. We got a herd of nigger cattle. They are the most docile fucking nigger cattle. We got them so docile. We got this awesome big fucking herd of nigger cattle. And they shit.
Somebody needs to address the issue of Bill Gates and his nigger cattle herd. I know Terry he's broached the subject, but it's time for brave developers and programmers to come forward and talk about this issue. Bill Gates and his nigger cattle herd cannot be allowed to roam freely anymore. This is a problem. Now, what you've just witnessed is the sideshow of Terry A. Davis, and it is equal in portion to the accomplishment of Temple OS. So how do you separate the two? When you have somebody who seemingly has a gift or an ability or a technical skill who could really do things and create things, because before he went crazy, before he had his psychotic break, he was working with companies like Ticketmaster and others. He was starting to dip his toes into the professional pool, and where that may have led, we'll never know. What we're left with is a 10-year-long legacy, the aftermath of a psychotic break from the mind of a schizophrenic who wanted to develop an operating system to talk to God. Now, I've laughed a lot. Some of this shit is the funniest stuff I've ever read, and some of Davis's live streams will make you laugh like you wouldn't believe. I know it's sad to admit, people don't like to admit it, especially when it comes to a real, legitimate mental illness, but I would be dishonest if I did not admit that I find this pretty fucking funny. It's sad, though, to see that whatever ability he had, whatever chance he had at a career and a future, it's gone. How do you recover from this? How is he ever going to be taken seriously? Who's going to work with him? Who's going to say, that's my coworker, that's the guy that I'm building something new with, something innovative with? But I think the one thing that Davis really highlights, at least for me, and this is touching all the way back on Tumblrisms, when I used to do that, the one of the first episodes, Headmates, is that real mental illness fucks your life up. Davis lives with his parents. His professional opportunities are limited, and he will always have the stigma, and he will never be able to really interact with anybody in a social manner comfortably for the rest of his life. Compared to the Tumblrettes, the SJWs, the snowflakes, they like to invent mental illnesses. They like to make up buzzwords to get attention. Real mental illness, as funny as it may be to watch, will fuck you into the dirt.
True
And
Daddy
it's not
Jim.
a way to garner attention. And Davis really shows that. He lays it bare. It's for you to go look at. You can look at what he tried to build, and you can look at who he is, and you can look at the impact schizophrenia has had on his life. It's a sad but true statement. And there, but for the grace of God, go I.
That's right.
That CIA glow in the dark nigger. You cannot write that shit.
Yeah, Down the Rabbit Hole YouTube channel did a really good, as he tends to do on every documentary, but he did a really good Temple OS documentary a couple years ago, I think. It's like an hour and a half long, but every interview he's ever done is really good and insightful. It's good stuff. It's different than Mr. Medicare, as Mr. Medicare is trying to do, is be funny. But in true form, right there at the end, he's like, look, this is funny, but Jesus Christ, it's only funny because, all these other faggots are pretending to be retarded, and this poor goddamn guy is actually fucking retarded. And, 37 years old and living with his parents.
Take it back. Terry's a king.
Terry is a fucking king. I'm just saying, like, that's what I'm speaking from Medicare's perspective just now. But yeah, I recommend watching that one as well, Sam.
Now see, I want
Sammy. Now the companion to that one. Now, since you watched that one, either you can watch it. We can watch it on stream, quick, or you can watch this in your spare time. But you have to watch the Internet Insanity with Druid Fockett. She is like the match to the Terry A. Davis.
I'm going to watch that now. If you
let me see if I can dig it up here. Hang on.
I survived the Terry Davis thing without without dying. Just barely. I was.
Whiskey's got to keep trying.
I was.
Unfortunately, I can't be here. I'll be there. I'll be there to read your obituary, though, if he does actually kill you. I do have to leave, unfortunately, for the evening.
You have to go. You
'cause
have to
there's
go.
a-
Sleepy sleeps.
There's a lot of yeah, but more importantly, there's a lot of shit going on in my house, and
Oh,
I need to deal with it because
roomie.
everyone else here is either a woman or a bitch. So I'll be. I love you, chat. I love you too, fellas. Y'all have a good night.
Love you
All
too.
right.
Love you too, homo. Yeah. Those damn burbs. Oh, wow.
All right, you ready?
Yeah, it's queued up.
All right, this is the story of Druid Fockett.
You guys threw me in a concentration camp where you tortured me for 15 months. You also kidnapped my children and gang sacked my house.
Don't you know, loco?
I'm not inside! This is not reality, not reality, not reality. This is reality.
Louisiana State University faculty and staff were alerted to a threat during the week. That threat apparently relayed via YouTube video. Well, how serious could a threat via YouTube video actually be?
Because of these threats, Dave, people at Louisiana State University campus were frightened. In fact, Louisiana police had departments across the country looking for this woman. And tonight, she is here in the King County Jail.
Apparently serious enough to include a nationwide manhunt, leading to the arrest of the suspected individual. That person, the person you saw in the introduction, would be Amanda. Now, Amanda had a very specific message addressed to a few particular professors at the university, and she went about getting that message out in a creative way. She used the YouTube video platform to make sure they got that message. And they definitely got it, as you could tell from the police response. Now, Amanda isn't your typical school shooter, and that would be because she isn't a school shooter at all. None of the messages that Amanda sent to the staff at LSU contain any threats of violence. She wasn't planning on showing up with an AK-47 and shooting people. She wasn't going to drive a van into the science building and blow it up with a bomb. And yet still, even absent the threat of actual physical violence, there was a nationwide manhunt to find her, to arrest her and detain her. I'm sure as you've gathered from the introduction there, Amanda has a bit of a gripe with the university. What with them having put her into a concentration camp and gang sacked her apartment, which is a new one on me. I'm familiar with gang stalking, not with the practice of gang sacking. Nonetheless, Amanda, or as she's known on YouTube, Druid Fockett, felt that she had been persecuted. And the reason she feels persecuted is because of her personal intimate history with the LSU University and its staff. Now, during the course of the week that she was on the lam from the police, while she was avoiding being put into one of those onerous burlap sacks that apparently got her once before, she uploaded nearly 100 videos to YouTube, all addressed at people she felt wronged her. But to get a good understanding of where this really all starts, you have to look at her earliest videos. Now, sadly, there aren't many of them to look at, but the ones that are around help you to piece together what might have happened and started this chain of events leading up to where we are today. Now, these earliest videos, they were uploaded at the tail end of 2016, and they give some real insight into what her initial gripe with the university just might have been about. This particular video, Druid Fockett had re-uploaded. This is the one she claims got her gang sacked from Louisiana State University. So let's take a look, and let's see if we can piece together exactly what went wrong.
You probably didn't feel anything, but I did. It's like butterflies inside.
It looks like somebody maybe a little bit hot for teacher.
I feel like we shared a few moments. Okay, maybe it was just me, but like when you took me to the second floor in the lab back there and you held the gelatinous material in your hand and you told me to touch it. There was something sensual there, no?
Looks like she's got a little bit of a crush there. Maybe wants a relationship.
I should so be your girlfriend. Oh my god. Okay, but if I can't be your girlfriend, I should be a friend. Shouldn't I? Come on. No? Why not? We'd be good for each other.
Oh, you hear that? You should let me be your girlfriend. We could be friends instead. Just let me get near you.
Why else would I got so upset when you bit me out in email? You know, humiliated me. Told me I was harassing Dr. Ingold when I was doing nothing of the sort, I shall say. God, that was a fucked up email, you know? It was. But, yeah, maybe I overreacted a little bit.
Okay, I understand I may have crossed the line. I may have went over the line a little bit.
I was just very hurt. Because I was, you know, I mean, I was in love with this amazing guy, and yes, I did overstep a boundary for sure. You know, that was an inappropriate email about another professor I sent on the freaking university email.
Okay, I get it. Maybe emailing the entire university about that slut in the other department you're looking at, motherfucker, was stepping over the line, but we're good together. Because everybody thinks you're a fucking asshole.
But you make a bad impression on people, okay? Everybody hates you. It's true.
But I totally love you, and we should be together forever. Had a bit of a thing for the professor, maybe overstepped her boundaries as a 35-year-old student with children in trying to get him to date her and threatening other faculty that he, I guess, talked to while he walked by in the hallway. But an overly emotional student, is that really a reason for her to be gang-sacked? LSU sounds like a horrible university. I mean, if we take a look at the other early videos, you can see that she's a very stable individual. See disclaimer of those in violation of restraining order, for I have grown weary of the bullying, cyber stalking, monitoring, unauthorized recording, etc., that threaten the sanctuary that has already been declared along with everything else, and the outrage of the declaration of genocide on me and my children kind. Fucking cyberbullies and their never-ending genociding of children. When is it gonna end? Tung. Any refuse, etc., that has ever gone by any variation of the following surname is not allowed to have ever viewed this video. It is not permitted to subscribe to this channel nor any social media of mine, nor is permitted to ever catch wind or hear rumor about etc. This is a restraining order of sorts. You will stay far away. Any tapping of keys against me is your contribution to the genocide of my kind as an ambassador in your piece of shit foreign wasteland of artificial non-existence, non-dreams of nothingness. And if your name matches any of the people listed below, you are a genociding cyberbully, and you have no authorization to view these videos or talk rumors about Druid Focket. Remember that. Now, at this point, you might be thinking to yourself, maybe Amanda is mentally unbalanced. Maybe she has some kind of mental illness, and her infatuation with a professor at the university went a little farther than what we heard in that video. Again, there's only so much evidence. There's only so much videos from that time period that are left. So it's hard to piece together everything. Maybe if we look at a few more of these early videos, we'll get a better idea of her personality.
And there's been chattering, cucucheando, chismosas. I've been accused of being a freetard. It's what, something along those lines as a freetard. It's a freetard. And what I just said, that only 500,000-ish of you could understand due to the lack of roundtable technology-ish and stuff. So, okay, I am the freetard. And
is she British or something?
That would be everything.
No.
Be pretty soon going to be amended, meaning of genus homo. That thing, genus homo. Are you a homo? Well, genus homo. The homo what? The homo happa what? The homo happa huh? The homo sapio. What? Homo superior? Homo puro, puro, puro. Pura, 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 pura. Pura cebolla o si no, pura mierda. Que mejor.
I hope you genociding cyberbullies understand you're dealing with the one and only freetard. Amanda Druid Fockett, the freetard of the internet. And if you don't understand what that means, well, she explains it quite well.
What does that mean? Like they say, there's a saying, idiom, that collective you retards, which heretofore, notwithstanding, regardless, irregardless means you're retarded because that's not the correct meaning of correct, all correct, okay is what?
Exactly. Well, maybe you're too dense. Maybe her words don't reach you well enough. Maybe you have difficulty understanding these complex ideas. So let her explain it to you with the dance of her people.
Steely thinks she's cute.
I bet he does.
Look at her get down with that rhythm. You know, if her and Terry Davis got together, they could make the most kick-ass DDR game that ever fucking existed. But all these videos, well, they're from the end of 2016. They're her old videos. So what exactly happened between then and now? Well, like Amanda said at the very beginning of the video, she was put in a Nazi concentration camp. Now, I'm not sure what the reason for that is. Could it be the cyberbullying, genocide-loving online trolls that hunt down freetards? Could it be a professor scared by her dedication and devotion to him? Maybe people were just upset with her love of the dance. Or perhaps she assaulted a bus driver and a deputy sheriff, but you know what? I don't take the word of any glow-in-the-dark motherfucker, let alone the press. They told me Hillary was going to be president, and it's like year number 2 at Drumpf. So get that shit the fuck out of here. No, we need to go to the source for this. We need to go directly to Druid Fockett. So what does Amanda have to tell us? Where has she been for the last year and a half?
I have been in a Louisiana sterilization camp for 15 months. I was abducted on 9 November 2016. They broke my arm last May. I have been shackled, cuffed, chained, and dragged into illegal proceedings. And you've had me as a guinea pig in your Nazi concentration camp for 15 months.
That sounds horrible. Oh my god, they broke her fucking arm. They broke her arm and they kept her in chains? This is absolutely fucking nightmarish. But what role did LSU play in this?
You ousted me from campus. Louisiana State University in Shreveport. About 2 weeks before you abducted me. Why didn't you execute me in the torture facility?
So it seems as if she was evicted from the university 2 weeks prior to the incident that got her sent to Auschwitz. But if you think that's where the conspiracy ends with the luminescent law enforcement American and LSU, you would be wrong. We're talking about a nefarious plot that goes back at least 3 decades.
Those people have been after me since they kidnapped me when 1983. I am John Bennett Ramsey. Okay. And Carswell Air Force Base, right? Castrated me when I was a baby after Cynthia utterly tortured me. It's called gaslighting. When your assassination attempts failed, you just say, it's crazy. And you snatch up its kids and all its possessions. This is what you've done to me.
I fucking knew it. It was the goddamn Air Force that kidnapped John Benet Ramsey and castrated her. Now, if only we could connect the Destas to this. Maybe they did the castration off of the airbase at like a local pizzeria. Wrap this fucker up in a nice, neat little bow.
This is genocide. You have stolen my only relatives and you have programmed them against me. You have indoctrinated them in your whore religion and told them that I was in a crazy house and I just didn't want to get better. Meanwhile, you had me in a concentration camp, a facility that we never got to leave unless we were being dragged in chains to the circus.
I want you to put yourself in her shoes. Imagine being tortured day in, day out at Auschwitz. And then one day they drag you out in chains. And you think it's freedom. But it's not. They're sending your ass to the fucking circus. Now, Druid Faucet's YouTube account, Amanda's account where she uploaded these videos, had only a handful that dated back to the later half of 2016. And then suddenly there was a large influx of uploads. And it was during this week of frantic YouTube uploads that she began to lash out at the LSU faculty. Now, you would think that all the videos she uploaded during the week that she was on the run were all addressed to the LSU faculty, but you'd be wrong. Amanda likes to talk about all sorts of different subjects that her audience might find interesting. God hates fags. And Cindy Sutherland. Donald Trump gave order to assassinate. 463-89-8339. Genocide. And my personal favorite, 415-553-0123. Niggers have claimed San Francisco. Help. HTTP. SanFranciscoPolice.org. As the week progressed along, you could start to see a pattern emerge. Aside from the LSU videos that were directed at staff and the ones touching on various subjects she was interested in, you could begin to see her mind fraying at the edges. Her train of thought began to meander. She had difficulty constructing coherent thoughts. Her video titles didn't match up with the subject matter. And her behavior started to go from being passably normal to downright bizarre.
Money, 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 money. Why do you talk like that? That's not your best song. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god.
Steely just came.
You're not going to kill yourself.
I was just gonna say that.
You can't.
Steely is turned on right now.
Unless you really want to. Hey. Get her, get her, get her, kill her, kill her, kill her, kill her. Oh, it's one of those niggers. Hey, nigger Scott. Take all the other ones of you and leave.
Around day 4 or 5, this actually all culminates with the hotel management and local law enforcement evicting her from her hotel room.
I told you, I'm not going to tell you who I am. Okay, I need to talk to somebody that can work with this information. You have two of your people, or yeah, there's two people outside of my door demanding I come out, and I will not come out. So what are they going to do to me? Hi, there's two police outside of my hotel room. It's at the Sir Francis Drake off of Powell Street. It's room 1008. Why are they at my door, please? I'm on the phone with the police right now. You're breaking into my door?
One of the stunning things about all of this is that during this eviction process, the law enforcement where she was staying were unaware of what was going on in Louisiana, even though the news report earlier had specified that there was a nationwide alert out regarding her, saying she could be potentially dangerous. At first, she was fairly calm and collected, talking to both hotel staff as well as local law enforcement, trying to find out why they were trying to get into her room. That facade, however, much like her videos, fell away fairly quickly.
I am not okay with this at all. I want you all to leave immediately and leave me alone. Oh, you don't think that will happen? You mean that's not going to happen because you're here to assassinate me? This is an assassination on 463-898339. You're here to assassinate a single mother. You're hanging up in my face.
One of the more interesting things about all of this is it might not have been her behavior per se that actually got her evicted, but instead the issue she brought up.
Right? There's these people outside my room saying they're going to barge in here. And they said it because I smoked a cigarette in here. I was actually given an ashtray, okay? But if that's the problem, I will not smoke another cigarette in here, okay? So.
Earlier on in the week, she'd already had encounters with hotel staff asking her not to smoke in a room. She, of course, hand waved away these warnings that she was given.
You see, I would love to smoke right now, but. They said no. What happens if I smoke? They charge me, what? Another $1 million?
This might help to explain why it was the law enforcement agents that showed up with the hotel manager weren't aware of who she was and why they needed to be on alert about her. Either way, she ended up having to pack up and leave.
You said it's an eviction, so does that look bad on, like, me? Like, if I try to get another hotel, will they show up? Oh, it's been evicted before type? Okay, so. Okay.
But not before leaving the best review that she could possibly think of. Worst hotel ever. You'll never guess. If managers would like to be anonymous, no surprise, as you are planning for 463-898339. Comp my 9-year stay and this will go offline. If I am joined, we'll need larger accommodations. If anyone looks weird at me, seriously. Dan, Wine, thank you for the religious creed exception and for keeping my persecuted creed anonymous. I appreciate the ashtray you provided. All the hotel staff have
She's
to do
talking shit in the description of the video.
decades worth of free rooms.
We ate thousands of dollars of sushi, comped, lots of money in comps, and we ate thousands of dollars of sushi.
So what's a girl to do? You've escaped the evil Nazis that held you in captivity for 15 months. LSU and the law enforcement agents, they're out to get you. You've been evicted from your hotel room where you've uploaded batshit insane videos multiple times per day for the last 4 or 5 days. Well, of course, you cut your hair into a manic pixie dream girl and then upload a video for every letter of the alphabet on your train ride to another state, making sure you keep the audio off because you wouldn't want people to know about your super secret plan on where you're going. And how well did that super secret plan work out? Not so well, because apparently it wasn't a super secret. At least not when there's a nationwide manhunt underway for you, and you upload a video giving your exact location in Seattle. Might not have thought that one through well enough. And so, much like the beginning of our story, we know where it ends. Like the news report had said, Amanda ended up getting caught in Seattle. Law enforcement rounded her up, and she went before the judge. The story of Druid Fockett is actually really interesting. When you read the headline, if you were to stumble across that story in your newspaper or on television, you would think that it was just a student that made some kind of a threat and they've been dealt with. But it goes so much deeper than that. This lady lives completely within delusion. She has an absolute disconnect from the reality around her. And that fueled all the interaction she had with staff at Louisiana State University, with the hotel staff she ran into, with everybody she interacted with. And yet somehow, up until the age of 35, she was able to have a family, she had children, she was attending college, and then for some reason it was like somebody flipped a switch. She started to go further and further into the deep end, not able to pull herself back, getting violent with strangers, attacking a bus driver and a sheriff, getting locked up, getting out, and immediately resuming the behavior that got her incarcerated and put into an institution in the first place. When you watch the videos she's collected, it gives a really good insight into mental illness. You don't just hear it in the crazy things she says, you see a physical change. And I'm not just talking about her early videos compared to her later videos where there's an obvious weight loss that took place. I'm talking about the way she carries herself, her mannerisms, her features, the way she moves her face. Even her voice changes from video to video, having different accents, speaking different languages, having different approaches to talking about subjects. Now, I can't be certain what awaits Amanda as she goes forward through the court system for a second time, but I do know one thing for sure. In about 15 to 16 months, we're going to get one hell of a week's worth of interesting YouTube uploads.
Not if old Steel here can help it. Steely says he's pretty sure he can fix her.
Maybe he can.
So, just one tip there though, Steely. You need to change your avatar into a into his smile, buddy. The girls are not gonna like Mr. They're not gonna like Sad Steeler. But yeah, she and Tara Davis seem to be made for each other. Maybe the glow in the dark CIA niggers work at LSU.
There's a very good possibility that the same glow in the dark niggers that were looking for Terry were the same ones that were looking for her.
Yeah, that sure seems to be the case. The Steeler says I promise I I promise I'll lock her in my basement. Well, yeah, she seems to like that. Steele also says the grump face gets all the women. Okay.
Steely, I bet she'd really like you.
Who doesn't like Mr. Steeler?
Indeed.
Yeah, I definitely, yeah. I think Terry Davis, that guy just killed me.
Yeah. Terry does a bang up job. And that's not even all the lore on Terry. And so rest in peace, Terry. Terry ended up coming to grips with his schizophrenia and threw himself in front of a train.
Ooh.
Terry's no longer with us. Yeah. Pour one out for Terry.
Yeah, that's
rest in peace, King.
That's a real bummer. That's a real bummer. Honestly, I thought I thought the Charlie Sheen meltdown was entertaining back in the day, but this takes the cake.
Yeah, I urge everybody to go back, and even if you've already watched it once, go and watch the Internet Insanity series by Medicare. It's good shit. There's a lot of gold in there.
Mm-hmm.
He does a lot of stuff about Kirk Eichenwald.
Yeah, maybe that's the one I saw. Well, I remember back in the day, I actually documented a lot of Charlie Sheen's Tiger Blood stuff on one of my old channels, and then CBS News took the whole fucking thing down.
Mm-hmm.
So that was fun. But what about your crypto guy though that you follow? Richard
Hart. He's a good troll.
Yeah. Well, that's essentially his gimmick, right? He's a crypto troll.
Yeah.
With the 10.
Yeah, his coin is literally the same scam as a multi-level marketing scam, but it tells you straight up front that he's like not gonna pull the rug, which is very weird. Sammy, there's an echo.
That might be on your.
I have my stream closed down. Let me jump out of the call and jump back in. Maybe it's fucked up. Hang on. I'll be right back. Yeah, it says video connected. That's probably it.
How about now?
It says I'm still video connected, but that's probably because you got your video on.
Oh.
Yeah, folks, you want to let us know if there's still an echo? I jumped out of the call and jumped back in.
Yeah. Yeah, like I said, this OBS is a bit weird.
Still, you just told us that Miss Whiskey was bullshitting.
There's no echo. There's no echo on my end, and I'm monitoring. There was, and then you fixed it.
Okay.
Maybe. Yeah. She says better now. So also.
Thanks, Miss Whiskey. We appreciate you.
Also, I can hear you smoking cigarettes. You smoking Newports or what?
Me?
Yeah.
No, I quit smoking cigarettes like, oh my God, it's got to be getting close to a year now. I got this little fucking Views vape pen thingy.
Oh, you're
as a crutch.
Oh, you're
because I'm weak.
Well, at least you're.
Once I move here, I'll probably kick the shit entirely.
Well, at least you're not vaping like my favorite gay vampire Matrix wannabe dude.
Got a big old fucking mod or some shit or what?
No. I mean I've got a box of cigars around here somewhere.
No, I mean your buddy Matrix gay person thingy.
Yeah, no, Merch before he became fat used to larp as like a gay vampire Neo. And also apparently he wants to fight me in supermarket wars.
You know what, Steely? I'm glad you reminded me. I do need to get safe.
Yeah.
This break is brought to you by the safety meeting.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do a safety meeting.
Oh, here's some shit. Miss Whiskey wanted me to play this last night on a different stream, but we'll let me see if I can dig it up real quick. Yeah, there it is. No, that ain't the one. Where'd you go, bitch? There we go. All right. Hey, Miss Whiskey, let us know if this is fucking echoing after I play this video. All right, there you go, Sammy.
Okay.
Play this shit.
Let's see here.
Got it?
Yep. Yeah, got it.
All right.
About a month ago, I was driving my new truck home from the bingo and it just died. Now, next thing I know, I seen this bright light up in the sky. Then aliens was everywhere. Now, I don't do probes, so I'm glad I bought a truck with a trunk monkey.
The Trunk Monkey, an out-of-this-world idea you'll only find at Suburban Auto Group.
My car?
$85.
You said 75 earlier.
That was in. Now,
I just walked 5 miles.
and I hope them shoes you got on's comfortable.
I hope you're watching, Miss Whiskey.
That just happened.
The Trunk Monkey Auto Recovery System, only at Suburban Auto Group.
Hey! You little...
The Trunk Monkey, the revolutionary idea you'll only find one place. Suburban Auto Group.
On my way into work, I spilled hot coffee on my lap, and I lost control of my car.
Shock advised. Stand clear.
No. For the most part, I was happy. I bought a car with the Trunk Monkey.
The Trunk Monkey, a life-saving idea you'll only find at Suburban Auto Group. The Trunk Monkey Theft Retrieval System. Because sometimes getting your car back is simple. Another revolutionary idea. Auto Group, pending approval by Department of Agriculture.
What do you think?
Oh, I love it. Really cheap.
Yeah, that's not even the best part. It even parks itself.
Trunk Monkey.
Mm-hmm. We're still working out some of the kinks.
The Trunk Monkey Parking Assistant, a revolutionary idea from Suburban Auto Group.
Is that your car? Oh, no. Oh.
So good.
No! Not my wheels! Come on! Come on!
Trunk Monkey Parking Ticket Protection, another revolutionary idea from Suburban Auto Group.
Fabulous. How about if we don't give us a ticket today and just a warning?
License and registration.
Okay.
Is this your monkey?
The Trunk Monkey, a revolutionary idea from Suburban Auto Group. We're recalling all 2004 Trunk Monkeys, effective immediately. Due to recent complications, all Trunk Monkeys are being observed for the following. Unchecked aggression. Attacking small children. Organized crime. Plus many more. If you have been a victim, think you might be, or maybe want to be.
Substance abuse.
Leasing deals. Head to Suburban Auto Group for further instruction and receive Trunk Monkey gear. Licensed Trunk Monkey professionals are standing.
Boyers and shut.
Right now! What are we doing?
Okay, everything's gonna be okay, all right? Breathe with the monkey.
Monkey Pediatric Edition. An innovative idea you'll only find at Suburban Auto Group.
What do you think you're honking at, huh? What, you don't like the way I drive? What, come on in here, I'll give you a driving lesson. You want a piece of me? Why don't you come out and get you some, huh? Where are you gonna go now? Well, you can't speed up by anybody now. You think you're better than me? What, you think, oh, I don't like the way you drive. What, you got a fancy
The Trunk Monkey, a revolutionary idea you'll only find at Suburban Auto Group, pending approval by Attorney General.
All right, back in the trunk.
Being the best place to buy a car sometimes means taking some chances.
So all I have to do is slap your hands and I get the car for free?
They have to fill them out first.
I've never sold that many cars.
I'll take leather. That's not really what I meant. I said kill them with kindness. Here at our dealership, we have a reputation for being the best place to buy a car. So it's probably best he goes back in the trunk.
Suburban Auto Group, home of the Trunk
Monkey
Monkey.
has done such a great job helping our customers on the road, we decided to see what he could do at the dealership. How do we boost the sales, folks? Any ideas? Anyone?
Is this your phone number?
Is the price you pay.
I'll take that one.
Let's just hope he doesn't quit his day job.
Suburban Auto Group, home of the Trunk Monkey.
Hey! You know it costs a lot to park here. I'm not gonna pay you any money. Well, then you're gonna pay another way.
Oh, yeah?
The Trunk Monkey Samurai Edition.
That's my trunk monkey.
An automotive accessory you will only find at Suburban Auto Group.
Here we are.
I still can't believe my dad let us even touch his new car.
Oh, yeah?
I think it came with the car. Hey.
The Trunk Monkey Chaperone version. An innovative idea you'll only find at
The
Suburban.
Trunk Monkey Chaperone.
Cash only.
But all I have is the card.
Oh, guess we'll have to duel. You win, you get the gas. You lose, I get that car. Dueling with banjos.
The Trunk Monkey Dueling Edition, only at Suburban Auto Group.
When I'm driving, I like to play it safe. That's why I never text and drive. With my Trunk Monkey, I can send hands-free texts.
Send. I'm running late. I'll be there in 10 minutes.
Bananas, bananas, bananas.
The Trunk Monkey Texting Edition, only at Suburban Auto Group.
If you want hunky, get with the monkey. Oh, so now he's a monkey.
Problem. With our 2-month, 2,000-mile pre-owned protection guarantee, our commitment to our customers doesn't end when you drive off the lot.
Glad to hear it. It's been running like a dream, but lately the Trunk Monkey seems to be on the fritz.
I think I got it. The Trunk Monkey Pre-Owned Protection Plan, only at Suburban Auto Group.
Brother-in-law steered me towards you guys.
Not surprising. Suburban Auto Group is #1 in referrals. We offer great deals and have been consistently voted the best car buying experience.
Actually, he said something about a chimpanzee.
You mean monkey?
Yeah, that's it.
Nothing about our unrivaled selection?
No, he just said you had this trunk monkey that can...
Yes, I'm well aware of his resume. The Trunk Monkey. Just one of the many, many reasons to get your next vehicle from Suburban Auto Group.
Tired of your boring office job? Try working with monkeys.
Good shit. I'm a fan of Trunk Monkey.
Somehow I feel like you would be.
He's like the perfect asshole.
Monkeys are assholes. I once saw one time when I was a kid. I once saw a gorilla jack off at the zoo. Just and just like that, I killed Whiskey.
Here I am.
So like I said, I once saw a monkey jack off at the zoo as a kid.
Did he fling his fucking cum at you?
No, he tried to fling his cum at this one like teenage girl who was at the zoo, but no, he also flung shit, so that's what they do.
Yeah. I've been at the fucking zoo and the monkeys are throwing turds out of the cage. That shit's funny as hell.
Oh yeah, they'll fling anything. So.
Yeah, they will literally piss in their hand and try and throw it at you. We got a big zoo locally, and the animals are just fucking out of control. Bunch of dickheads. But I can understand, like a fucking 40-foot by 60-foot enclosure, why you'd be a cunt all the time.
Yeah, the weirdest animals are the giraffe. They're sweet, but if you ever had to feed one, they've got these weird ass like tongues. They look like aliens or
no, let us feed like camels and llamas and shit that spit at you. The kids are always fucking crying standing next to the pens because they're always getting fucking spit in their face and shit, trying to feed the animals. It's a good time. Somebody should just come to my local zoo and just hold the phone up for a while and videotape the line of kids that get spit in their face.
That would make good YouTube content for sure.
I know Miss Whiskey likes seeing kids getting rocks thrown at them, so getting kids spit on them by a llama.
Well,
that could be pretty entertaining.
Well, further proof that she's a mean and cruel woman, according to Reddit. But
no, is that what Reddit says?
Yeah, that's what Reddicans say.
Did you hear what Carly went back and said about you?
The thing with it is I don't really go on that. I just
Oh, where's Carly at tonight? Carly must have had better things to do.
Yeah, I think Carly got its feelings a bit hurt. But as I say, play stupid games, win stupid prizes.
That's sad. All emotional and stuff. All this talk about being a legend and shit, and then just oh no.
Miss Whiskey says she's been trying to pet a cow for 6 years. I have a funny story about that. So I used to have a service dog when I was a kid. I think, as you both know, and my stepdad's best friend from college had a cattle farm in Kansas. So we used to go up there, and one time when we were up there, my dog, Clark, went up to the cow pen and was sniffing the cow, and the cow sniffed him, and then licked my dog. Not the other way around. I'm saying the cow licked the dog, which is a...
Yeah, cows are very licky animals. They if you walk up to the fence with some cows, they're gonna lick you. They're gonna walk over and immediately start licking.
My dog was not expecting that.
Sammy, I ever tell you I fought a kangaroo once?
Are you serious? You actually fought a kangaroo? Those
I have a picture of it.
Those fuckers are mean, from what I hear.
Oh yeah, and this wasn't just like your average everyday kangaroo. This was a kangaroo who had a mama kangaroo behind him, and she had one in the pouch, and he was like fucking to the death, ready to fight me. And what ended up happening was I swung at him with the right and punched him in the face, and then he leaned back on his tail and fucking kicked me right in my balls, and I fucking dropped to the ground, and then he leaned over and started pounding on my back, and yeah.
What a fucking asshole!
I got up laughing. It was comical. But yeah, I have a picture of him basically 3/4 of the way extended into trying to kick me in the nuts.
Wow, I'm just the mental picture of that alone is hilarious. Okay, yeah. Miss Whiskey wants me to send her the link to the subreddit. I can do that. I'm gonna have to browse anonymously. But yeah, no, I don't have any weird wildlife encounters except for the fact that well, I didn't see a grizzly bear, but one time when I was at a Boy Scout camp, someone else that I knew saw a grizzly bear. And
where I'm at, we see bears and shit all the time. Coyotes, fucking fox, deer are everywhere here.
Oh yeah,
deer. There's so many damn deer here that literally, I mean, you see a deer in the woods, and sometimes they don't even run away and shit.
Yeah. So you must have plenty of I mean, can you hunt them? Are they that plentiful? Or?
Oh yeah, no. There's at one point in time there was so many of them that they had to open up hunting off season to try and contain the amount of deer in my area. Like there's so many deer here, they have to just be like, yeah, okay, this year, instead of season being from the end of October through beginning of December, we're going to extend it to, January or February. And then we had this whole CWD thing come through here too, where the deer got some sort of brain disease. And so they were giving it to the other deer and it was killing them. But it was nothing to humans, so you could still kill them and eat them. So they opened up a special CWD season where you could kill these deer that were fucking sick.
Uh-huh.
You better kill this motherfucker, Sam. You're dying over there. You're reading your cell phone.
I was gonna send the
link. Gotcha.
The Reddit thread, but apparently she doesn't want to read it.
She's lying.
But yeah, we can go ahead and kill this thing. So everyone, thanks for tuning in, and yeah, we went for about 3 hours tonight. And did you catch the roast of Ethan Ralph? Or
yeah, sure did.
Yeah,
that was a good show.
That was entertaining. I've got to give Jesse props for diaper bombing Ralph like that. I know if you saw that part, but
yeah, I watched the whole thing. Most of it, anyways. I don't think I caught the very end, but
neither did I. So, but anyway, well, thanks.
Yeah.
thanks for coming on, and buy the dip tomorrow evening.
Buy the dip tomorrow evening. Yep, we got a slew of shit to talk about. So
I'm sure, and everyone go subscribe over to Whiskey's channel because he deserves it. And thanks everyone for tuning in. And
yeah,
we'll see you next stream.
Later,
everyone.